Verse 28, they led Jesus from the house of Caiaphas to the governor's headquarters. It was in the early morning. They themselves did not enter the governor's headquarters, so they would not be defiled, but could eat the Passover. It's early morning, and they want to get to Pilate's house first. The way it worked in the Roman world, I love the Romans, by the way. They started work at 6 a.m. Like, these are my people. Like, they would see each other, people from 6 a.m. till about noon, and then they would have fun in the afternoon and evening. But they wanted to get to work right away. In fact, if you slept till 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in the summer, that was called late morning. Only drunkards do that, they said. So businesses open about 6 a.m., and the Jews get in line to talk to Pilate. But notice the details. The religious leaders would not enter Pilate's headquarters. Why? Because they can't enter the presence of a Gentile household without becoming ritually unclean. And tonight's the Passover, and we don't want to spend a day getting ritually pure, and we won't be able to celebrate the Passover with our families. We got to keep the rules. I want you to let that irony just wash over you. You bribed a man to turn in his friend. You held a crooked trial in the middle of the night, sentencing a man to death who had no evidence against him. And you want to kill him, but you're really worried that you might be unclean if you step into Pilate's household. Hypocrites! Hypocrites! You kill the Son of God, you unjustly murder him through bribes and a crooked trial, and you're worried about, man, I might be ritually impure. This is the kind of religion that just makes God sick. When we come to church and we say the right things and we think we're good with God, we wear the right clothes, and our hearts are wicked and sinful before him. You observe ritual purity, and yet you put the Son of God to shame. Listen, if you don't love God and his word and the people that God has made, you're not good with God. I don't care how many religions you celebrate, how many rituals you do. Oh, but Kyle, I went to church and I prayed my prayer. Who cares? Who cares? It's so easy to trick yourself into thinking you're right with God. These Pharisees, I'm sure, in their own minds thought they were so holy. Wow, we're not even going to step in his household. And yet, you crucify the Son of God. Beware the delusion of religion. And as John's audience relives this story, they cannot escape this question. What makes a man pure? Observing rituals or honoring the Son of God?